Howdy, and welcome back to the Texas Bucket List. You know, the great composer Beethoven once said that music can change the world. And that's truly the case in our next story, with a group of folks who can't even play an instrument. You see, every year there's a gathering in Houston of the greatest guitar player impersonators in these parts, and their competition will leave you gasping for air. Every June in Houston, an eclectic gang of curious people come together to celebrate their love of music. They come dressed to impress because putting on a performance is what this collaboration of creative entertainers is all about. Just don't expect to see any real instruments. Welcome to the U.S. Air Guitar Regional Championship.
Texas has some great air guitar players.
We got it all.
We have it all.
Randy Garza is a big fan of Rush, and the man who rushes to put this peculiar competition together each year. He's known as El Roshi. Surely your first air guitar song ever was Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar azul. His alter ego has made it all the way to the national semifinals in Chicago, a riff away from the World Championship held in Finland every year. I guess at what point did you realize air guitar was your thing?
When I was little, I used to always emulate playing a guitar. And my mother, God rest her soul, she used to always say, someday there will be something that will have air guitar and it will pay off. And you will be the winner.
Did it pay off?
Absolutely.
The competition at the U.S. Air Guitar Regional is stiffer than a brisk wind coming off the Gulf, with great competitors like
Stonehenge. Got to protect the money makers.
I'm Child Roshi. So happy to be here.
I am Uncle Hot Dog.
Xena the Warrioress. I don't know how to play guitar.
These masterful melody imitators take this face-off very seriously. For people who see this and go, what is this grown man doing? Like, what is he thinking? What do you say to those people?
I say this is something that I love and something I love to perform. And a friend of mine a few weeks ago said, Randy, some people get it and some people don't. But guess what? A lot of people get it.
And the judges are serious too, grading presentation, strumming, plucking, picking, and playing of an abstract guitar.
Looks like Axl Rose over there with that hair whipping.
What is the key to playing an air guitar? Because as you can imagine, I'm pretty bad.
Well, I think one of the main things that a lot of our judges really look for is what's called airness. And that is your little unique qualities that no one else is possessing that evening or ever. The judges will see it and they'll pick up on it and they'll be like, man, you are different than everyone else here. You have something called a je ne sais quoi of air.
Full of hot air right now.
A lot of air, yes.
I guess we'll go ahead and rock on.
You'll see people do it and you're like, oh, okay.
Patrick Friend placed 5th his first time out.
I know some people, I see them try to play air guitar and I'm like going, wow, you've never even seen a guitar played, have you?
He loves the competition because it lets him let loose and literally throw away the crutches to perform.
I go by get that in the air competition, primarily because I was born with spina bifida. I don't like to use my handicap to an advantage, but I do understand that it does bring out a certain element that a lot of people aren't expecting, and they're like, wow, someone like that did that.
An extremely tough competitor, Patrick feels the music rush through him, and for a few seconds, he's a rock god.
For those of us who didn't have talent but still have that appreciation, this is a way for us to perform. It sounds silly, but it's a thing and it's enjoyable.
You're like a rock star for just a few moments, you know, and if you've never been a rock star, if you've never been on stage like that, it's the best feeling.
So yeah, I think my best shot at doing the air guitar would be some Gene Simmons because I've definitely got the...
Look at that tongue.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got that rocking and rolling.
You got that. You got that going.
In the end, it's a competition, and only one can move on to the U.S. Air Guitar National Championship, but for a few hours. It's a chance for people with regular day jobs to pull a page, keep up with Clapton, sling some Stevie, or act like Angus, all to come together for their love of music and leave us all with a feeling like we're floating on air, making it well worth a stop on the Texas bucket list.
Music has been a huge part of my life. I'm always listening to music, always rocking, and this is just a huge extension of it.